This is the Riley Joy 40 ounce vacuum insulated tumbler, as it says on the box, in a fabulous purple and turquoise finish. The top is plastic, and you have the choice to use the straw hole or just pull it back to use as a wide mouth drinking mug. The straw itself is plastic, which I'm not keen on. I would prefer a metal straw, but it also comes with these two little pieces. Obviously, one end is the mouthpiece, but I'm not sure what that bit is. Perhaps it sits on the bottom, and then that little cutout enables the last drop of liquid to be sucked up. But I'll just check the listing to see. Well, there should be some instructions, really. Well, I can find no instructions regarding the straw, so it's common sense, I suppose. I'm putting this piece on the bottom so that I can find no instructions regarding the silicone parts for the straw, so it's common sense, I suppose. I've put this piece on the bottom of the straw, and then the cutout will enable liquid, even if it's flat against the bottom, to allow liquid up through the straw. And then I shall put the other end there. The question is, will it go through the hole with the bottom piece in place? There's the hole. Well, there's the straw in place. But you have to feed the straw through the lid before you put the mouthpiece on, because the piece that fits on the bottom doesn't fit through the little hole. And so there you have it. So if I pulled this straw out now, it would get stuck and would leave the bottom piece behind. It won't pull out. There, that's it. That's reached its maximum. And you can't get the straw out. So once the straw's in, that's that. I much prefer them actually where they have just a sort of flip up straw, so you can use it either way with just the one lid. So when the straw's in, you can't use it as a drinking cup. You have to use the straw. And I think that's a design fault. I'd like to be able to choose between both much more easily. And of course that's not sealed. So if you're using it in straw mode, that is not sealed, and any liquid can come out of there, and it can either, cold things can either get warm or hot things go cold, because of course it's not sealed. And there's no cover on the straw. We're using it in straw mode and it tips up. Well, liquid leaking out of both the end of the straw and out of the hole in the lid. So, no good if it's tipped up by accident. Liquid everywhere. Okay, so I've removed the straw, and now let's tip it up and see. Oh, hang on, let me dry that. There's a few water drops left. See if it leaks. Yes. Yep, there's loads of liquid leaking out. Again, that's leaking through the hole there, and I think the gap there. I'm going to dry it and see again. Right, I've completely dried it, so there's no moisture anywhere around. There's a tiny bit just there. And I'm going to tip it up and see. So, yeah, most of the water seems to be coming out of here. So there's not a proper seal. So it's not waterproof. That's the drinking hole. And the handle does have a corner piece that's rubberized, so you can get a good grip with your thumb. It is described as having a non-slip base on the listing, but as you can see there's no silicone or rubberized bottom, it is just the metal. So it does just slide on a surface. Not particularly slippery, but so a rubberized ring would be, you know, a silicone ring or something would be much better.